So, because I'm old and cooked today, does that happen? You go hard like you're 24 and you're 31. Doesn't work out well. Took on an AMRAP today. Tired. Didn't sleep well. Didn't eat well. Spent 5 hours inside yesterday. You gotta lock in. You can't be a pussy your whole life. Oh, that's horrible. Just terrible. So, fun fact, music with a BPM over 140 has been shown to improve performance. So, that's looking like probably either metal or EDM. And if you can do those two, you'll perform better. Fun fact. Come on, 2 more, let's go, don't be a pussy. Come on! Come on! Push! Up, 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 up. So Tim's a crypto bro masquerading as an online fitness coach. I can't
do this, but
hold on. No, fuck you.
no, I'm not doing it.
Get down here. I'm already down here.
On a big more. Well,
There we go. That's right. Four, 5.
Bruce shooting gay.
So Tim's got a BDSM cane, which is why he does the cups as opposed to the handle. And then he gets hot and sweaty, and then I make fun of him, and then he comes.
What'd you hit on your bench?
Oh, it's cooked. My elbows are shot. I hit like 5. Right here. So there's a little muscle in your elbow called your anconeus. And then because I broke my left shoulder, this elbow's super unstable because that shoulder's super unstable. So when I get to lock it feels like it's gonna snap.
Elbow extension?
Yeah, because it's supposed to stabilize your elbow during extension.
Gotcha.
So if this isn't like super set, it fucking hurts so bad. And then I also feel it in the long hit on this side. What's that?
Trade tricep?
Uni joint stuff, no issues. Dumbbell pressing, no issues. It's just on barbell. And I think the issue that I'm running into was, yeah, just this position. Because when I go dumbbells, I end up like there. And I think the issue is I was progressing these like 2 times a week AMRAPs on dumbbell press immediately after my bench. And I think I'm just at the age now in terms of recoverability where I could probably only do that once a week because I'm also AMRAPing my primary bench. So it's like 5 AMRAPs on pressing over the course of the week. And like I'm hitting like, you know, I hit like 110s or something for 25 paused. And it's like, bro, like that's too much. Retarded, yes. But the thing was, is like for me, I was like, I'm getting a sick pump, it's fine. I'm only doing 25 reps. It's like not that heavy.
Right. Yeah, the absolute load is actually not great.
But it's just, what the intensity is high, and I think it's just too far beyond my capacity to recover, given my specific injury history with that stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to like reverse grip bench your inbounds.
Yeah. Well, honestly, if I did football bar, I'd have no issues.
Oh, nature of it.
Yeah, like football bar's the GOAT. So when you're cooked, it makes sense to change out your accessories afterwards. They're typically more heavily loaded for something that's not gonna dig the hole even further. So I'm just doing a couple sets of bodyweight deadlifts. Probably cap it at like 3 or 4 RAR. Because there's no fucking sense. Like I'm not gonna get better this session. It's just to make sure that I'm not getting worse. And even that feels horrible. But I could probably do another set while there and move on. So here's like the joys of aging, right? So I used to be able to smoke a cigar at 11:30 at night, immediately go to bed, pass out. I didn't even have a full cigar yesterday at, I don't know, hour and a half before bedtime. And I couldn't fall asleep last night. I slept like 6.5 hours, man. And I just feel like a bitch. This is the thing about aging. You just feel like a bitch. And I think I'm also making it worse because the more I talk about it, I think the worse it gets. Because what we tell ourselves becomes real. Yeah, the beauty of being 31 and busted up. Look at this. So this is how you know Tim's a crypto bro, right? He bought this for 75 Bitcoins. Yeah, 75 Bitcoins. It's a Casio. Very expensive watch. He actually made me sign a contract that if I were to hold it, he would actually be able to remove a testicle if I lost it.
Stu doesn't even know that is a Bitcoin.
That's one. That's
Eagle athlete.
this is a Bitcoin. These numbers on the back, because some of them are in Japanese, that means Bitcoin in Japanese.
So here's the actual truth.
Yeah.
Stu is super confused about that watch, mostly because it has a pedometer on it and it says steps. And he sees that word and he's like, I don't know what that means. Do you mean 12 steps like alcohol?
Yeah.
Alcohol, it's synonymous? Because I don't
Yeah.
walk anymore.
Yeah, no. And I think walking has like become this huge thing in like the fitness community. Get your steps, get your steps, get your steps. In reality, what you can do instead is just take drugs, right? There's drugs for everything. You got your Ozempic, you got your Cardarine, you got your Mot-C, you got your methylene blue. And there is no activity that we can't outdrug.
Is there fat loss benefits to methylene blue? No, the opposite.
Yes, there is, because it's a mitochondrial thing. Yeah, it's like Mot-C, and then pyrrolinoquinone, and then methylene blue. But the weird thing about methylene blue is it has all these weird contraindications in people with psychiatric issues.
Yes, that's a lot.
Like it's super bad to your
I don't think I'll ever take it. I'm very curious, but I think it would about you guys.
yeah. There's another one. It's what the fuck is it called? It's SLUTP 332,
Yeah.
and that's just a mitochondrial one, and that seems to have
serotonin.
yeah.
Yeah, I really don't want to fuck my serotonin. I did that for
Well, and it's like even like, dude, I fucking did L-theanine before bed to try to get off of pouches, and I remember telling you, I was like, dude,
It works so well.
it worked so well for like 2 days, and then my sleep went so bad. And then the funniest part was my sleep got bad, so my dopamine dropped, and I wanted the more. And it was like a paradoxical reaction, even though the L-theanine was higher. Because serotonin was high, so my sleep was bad. And this is why you don't fucking mess around with drugs, kids.
This man, listen, but the pressure, I think, did really good. Cool sauce. It is so silly. It looks like something here both eating. You don't figure that. Yeah, see, do it CQs that once a day. You guys stepped on it, and it says 5,601, which is as many steps as he's taken in all of 2025.
All right, so here's the thing. High steps, low steps, 100 pounds more, 100 pounds less.
Yeah, but six pack.
Oh no. When you're in high school, right, you always think you're gonna have sex, and you never have sex. And so you're like, I gotta prep for having sex, and I fucking nared my balls. Dude, nared my balls, and then they swelled up the size of a grapefruit. Dude, I've traumatized my nutsack so many times. So we had this thing in college called atomic bomb, and you would put it on like strained muscles, and it's like super aggressive capsaicin. And I fucking did it before practice on my hip flexors. So I was training one of my hip flexors, and then it migrated down to my fucking nuts, and my nuts swelled up, and I had to leave practice and go have a fucking shower. Come on now, 2 more. 3 count plus. Last one, 3 count plus. 1, 2, 3. Nice and slowing it down. Slow, slow, slow. There you go. Oh yeah. So we're gonna take a quick tour through Tim's base Christian tattoos. So what do we got going on here? We got the Chiro.
The Shiro.
What does that mean?
We got the Shiro. Jesus Christ in Greek, basically.
Yeah.
The skies will proclaim. It's a verse from Psalms. What is this one again?
That's a rune.
This is the rune.
Yeah.
That is like genealogy and lineage. It's like
Yeah.
a family.
Yeah.
And then this is a rune. It's an old cross. they used back in like the catacombs.
Yeah. And then you got Genesis here.
Oh yeah, I got this when I was married.
Genesis 2:24.
Yeah, man and woman will leave their parents, become married in one flesh, and then
The neck. So the neck.
Oh, dude, I always forget about this one.
Yeah.
I got this one on Easter,
Very base.
and it like
Very base.
filled up with blood. It was just perfect.
Yeah. Well, and then the cool thing too is yesterday we went to beach baptism, Church 1122, and 10,000 people there. Almost 2,000 people got baptized.
Praise God.
Praise God. And then the best thing too is you start to realize that there's this huge Christian revival, and I think that directly correlates with how fucked up society is.
Yeah, it does in history too, right?
100%.
Yeah.
There's always been this Christian revivals when things get worse and worse and worse and worse, and then these people come to Christ because they're like, the world is broken. The world can't fix me. I need something else.
Right. Yeah, that's why like a thriving culture has pros and cons.
Yeah.
Like a thriving culture is not objectively good across the board,
No.
because then you are like, oh, the money's good, house is good, wife's good, everything's good.
Yeah.
I don't need anything extra.
Well, it's
You
like
can
that.
eat-
It's like that cycle. Like the hard times create weak men create whatever.
Right.
Or sorry, hard times create strong men create good men, whatever. But like when you're in that stage where it's like good times create weak men, then society starts to degrade because they can't maintain any kind of societal standard, and then you end up with all this like godless heathen bullshit.
Yeah, it's like there's pros and cons to both. Because like the positives of culture degrading, you're like, oh, more people find God.
Yeah. And then
You're
the,
like, actually-
the net negative is everyone's quality of life is terrible.
Yes.
But then here's the question for you.
The net positive, which was that positive?
No.
That one, obviously.
Well, here's the question for you though. When you look at a place like Canada where quality of life is decreasing, but they're not really having the same degree of Christian revival. So why do you think it's so, like, you know,
I think
Canada,
they are.
you think so?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
What has given you that perspective?
Like, I just have people reach out to me all the time to talk about it.
Yeah?
Yeah, and impersonal. Like everyone, I feel like everyone's, maybe it's an age thing, I don't know, but people are willing to talk to me about my face way more often now. Like just in person and just like, they'll bring it up, like clients will bring it up. Yeah, and I was like, oh, no one.
Because you did the religious to scumbag to religious pipeline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, religious to scumbag to religious pipeline.
Dude, amazing.
Dude, the bell curve,
The bell curve,
right?
Yeah.
Like,
God is the best. I'm the smartest person in the Lord of my life. God is the best.
yeah, literally.
Yeah. 90 IQ, 100 IQ, 110 plus.
God is real because my parents tell me. God isn't real. He's a fairy tale in the sky. God is real because I found it.
Yeah. Because you look at someone like Jesus Oliveras, who's total 25-40 in sleeves, and he's, I don't know, like 24-25.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's within 60 pounds, or that's within 100 pounds of Colton Engelbrecht, or 105 pounds, I guess, who totaled 26-45 in wraps. Granted, Colton was lighter, but it's like, it's within 100 pounds of total, and he's fucking natty and in sleeves. And so it's just like, I think steroids work best in terms of strength training for people who think steroids work really well. And you can always tell too, because those are the guys who like add on all this weird shit. It's like, God, my injectable pre-workout, and then I have I take this thing intra-workout, I take this thing post-workout, and then I take these drugs before bed, and I take these drugs when I wake up, and they fucking take 35 pills a day. And it's like, that is, by definition, I think, like a complete lack of confidence in their own abilities. Like when someone over supplements or takes a bunch of drugs all the time, whatever, it's not like, oh, I'm trying to be as effective as possible. It's like, I don't possibly believe that I could accomplish this on my own, so I have to offload that confidence to drugs because I think that drugs work really well.
Yeah. Because there is power in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you leverage placebo.
And it's crazy, like how many, especially like coaching some untested powerlifters. By the grace of God, most of my powerlifting clients are now natural. But when I was coaching untested guys, like the mental gymnastics I would see with people about drug use. They'd be like, oh man, I can't go less than 500 tests in the off-season. I was like, why not? And they're like, because I'll get weak. I'm like, do you actually think the drugs make that much of a difference?
This is the ironic thing. Not even ironic, but it's like the sad part is that once they say that, it's true.
Yeah.
Like actually, once you say that, you fucking made it true. Like that is actually what's gonna happen. If you drop sub 500, because you believe you'll be weaker, you actually would shit the bed.
Yeah.
You cannot prove yourself wrong now.
Yeah.
You fucked yourself.
Well, and it's like, and then what I do to fucking psyop these people when they think they need more drugs is I'll get them to drop, let's say, an actual TRT dose, and then I'll do a bunch of submax stuff, right? They're not really pushing hard, and then they'll fucking get into, like, I'll give them an AMRAP at the end of a block, whatever, and they'll set a 2 or 3 rep PR on bench, and they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, you're actually just getting stronger.
Right.
And then the thing too is like, it vastly shortens your life expectancy in powerlifting, but secondarily, like it allows you to just be way healthier in prep. Because it's like if your test is going from 200 to 400, and then maybe you're adding 10 days worth of orals, how fucked up is your blood work going to be after that? And then how much of a delta is there going to be in terms of difference between your off season and your prep strength?
Yeah.
Very little.
Yeah.
It's like I have people do their off season completely natty.
Yeah.
And then they'll set, volume PRs and stuff, and then they add in a little bit of stuff in prep, and they're like, I feel awesome. Yeah. That's like the life expectancy on that could be 10 or 12 years of good competition.
Yeah, and I think just feeling good also. There's something to be said about feeling good. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not as strong, but I feel good.
Yeah.
At least I think medium to long-term strength gains better than, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I feel bad, but I'm so strong right now. It's like, yeah, but are you gonna be strong in 6 months? Because these really acute strength gains, I don't like. You'd almost want like medium to long-term strength gains, feel good. That's even forget about health, like just performance-based.
Yeah.
Well, just looking at performance.
And then you're starting to see these guys too, like, dude, like if you're on steroids and you're totaling 1,600 pounds at 220, like those steroids aren't doing anything.
Right.
Like that's actually
you can do
not.
that natty.
You can do that natty, and you go to USATL Nationals, and there's probably fucking 45 guys in that class that have done that. And it's like, what, like for what purpose? For what end? And I don't know. And it's like I definitely hopped on way too early because I was just like young, dumb, full of cum. I was like, I'm gonna fucking take
Why
steroids.
did you start taking steroids?
Because I got a really bad brain injury in football.
And then you're like, let's nuke it with neurotoxic.
I justified it to myself because I had one blood test that was low.
Oh, okay.
I had one blood test that was low, and I'm like, I'm too young to have my numbers be low. And then I justified it to myself. In actuality, I could have just like improved diet, taken some supplements.
Lifestyle was.
Yeah, like I could have stopped going to bed at 3 a.m. and getting up at 11. I could have stopped working until 5 a.m. at a bar.
Dude, you know what nukes, other than booze, you know what nukes testosterone more than anything? Lack of sleep.
Yes.
Sleep is like the worst.
Well, I go to bed at 5 a.m. and I'd get up at 10 a.m. to go train.
There's no way you have high test doing that.
No.
No way.
And it was like, in actuality, I probably could have gotten my test back up to high normal. And then I could have done another 3 years natty. Yeah. But it was like the moment those strength gains slowed whatsoever because my testosterone was low because of my own decisions and then probably hitting my head too many times, I was like, well, I got to take steroids now. I got to take steroids. This is the only way I'll get better. And then it's funny because I did that with the like thinking they work better than they do. And now I see that in certain clients. And I'm like, bro, like you got to fucking let your nuts hang. You got to have some belief in yourself. Look at those muscles. I feel like shit today. I'm having the worst workout, and I'm just giving up. I just gave up. I was like, everything hurts.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay.
Yeah.
Here. I need everyone to know that Stuart Locke bought all of his Instagram followers.
That's true. I bought my Instagram followers, and then I also bought my clients. They don't pay me, I pay them.
Find out the maximum level of side effects you can handle and just toe that line the entire time.
Yeah, and then get fat, and then tell yourself you're getting jacked.
Yeah. Well, as long as you can squeeze your gut hard enough to make it kind of look like there might be
Like
abs.
4 abs?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Even if it's like 42 inches.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Because you probably deadlift beltless within 50 pounds of what you hit in equipment, fat as fuck on trend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're what, 40 pounds lighter?
Yeah.
And you're 41?
And 40.
Yeah. So it's just like there's honestly like there's just and then you realize you're like, had I just done things the right way that entire time,
Yeah.
I would have been way further ahead.
Yeah. And back then too, like your sources aren't as good, so you're spending 3 times the amount on the drugs.
Yeah.
And you're taking 3 times the amount of the drugs that you even need to take.
Yeah.
You could have just spent that on food.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like you got fat as fuck and then you took a bunch of trend and then tell them what your GFR was.
63.
63. So it's like, that's what stage 1?
Yeah, safe arcade. Yeah. And now it's 106.
106.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just like, I don't know. It's like, it's funny. Everyone gets on drugs, so like, drugs do I need?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I need. That's why I'm not strong. It has nothing to do with not working hard enough.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with not really tracking my diet properly.
Yeah.
It's just-
It couldn't possibly be bad sleep, high stress, bad diet,
No.
and then ineffective training.
No.
It's got to be the steroids. So good.